Hi guys, welcome to my makeup tutorial. Oh yes, my skin is looking bare, but we're about to switch up. So yes, I'm going to be doing an up-to-date face tutorial, makeup tutorial. So join me and see the products that I use. So firstly, I'm going to be starting off with the Elf primer. OG, it does the job. Yeah, so I just use a tiny bit on my finger and then rub it in everywhere. To be honest, I've just only started using primer. I never used to actually use primer, and to be honest, since using it I've seen a difference, so I recommend. I don't know all the differences in between the primers, but Elf does the job for me, so yeah. After I've done that, I go in with this eye primer. It's an eye primer, but I use it for my smile lines, so you can smile and see where like the lines meet. I add a bit of this and then go in and dab it. For my girlies who get mad smile lines, this works wonders. So I really dab it in, making sure it is set well. Blend it in, so then hopefully especially if you have a long day, I'm a smiley girl, so gotta really blend that in. Sorry for the lighting, guys, so next step, and then I go in with a setting spray. Go in with this Super Hold Mist Spray from Revolution from Revolution, and then I spray this all over my face. But before I do that, I get a bit of my foundation, which I use NARS foundation. I put it on my hand, and what I do is then spray this. Oh, okay, I think I overdid it. And what I do is I put a bit of the foundation on my palm, and then after I spray, so as soon as you spray, you want it still to be a bit wet. And I get the foundation. Yes, I'm using my fingers. Make sure you wash your hands before, and then I put the foundation on while it's still wet. You'll see how it comes out. I know some people don't really use a lot of foundation, so you don't really need to use a lot. This is just depending on you. And then on my forehead, just so that it really evens it out. Once that's really blended in, I go in with my airbrush setting spray, another setting spray. It sounds crazy, but when you see the finishing look, it makes sense. So I spray a bit. This is a gem, so I don't want to overuse it. Honestly, I've only just started using this and it's beautiful. So while that is setting, I get my foundation brush and I start dabbing. So I'm really like marinating that foundation into my skin. Dab, 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 dab. To be honest, with a lot of like my application, I dab. Rather than drag, I dab. Just dab. I don't know what benefits it has, but it's worked better for me. I feel like it helps it stay where I've placed it already. So I just dab, dab, dab everywhere. So then that is the foundation done. So then what I tend to do now is my eyebrow. Revolution. So I have this Revolution. It's like a soap styler and it helps the hairs kind of stand up. So I just get this brush and then really brush them brows up like so in an upper motion, just to give it more of that bushy look in a way. So then brush up. So then once that's done, I like do this I don't know what this is called, just to flatten out the end. I like most of the front of my brows to look a bit more bushy, and then at the corners or the ends just to kind of lay a bit flatter. If this is what they're looking like. So then after I go in with this brow definer. Oh, I know it's from Superdrug, but what? Basically, it's a brow definer. You can get many like this, to be honest, and this is in like a brown, because my eyebrows are not really black, to be honest. Depending on kind of like my hairstyle, if I'm going for like a lighter color, which I have, I would go for like a light brown. But if I've got like black hair, I would go for like a darker black color, if that makes sense. So I'm just gonna go in with this and kind of fill in the end. As you know, I don't have brows there. Just kind of lightly fill it in to make it a bit fuller. If you see the motion, it's just like a line, like so. And then same with the other side. Like so. Really just following my natural brow, but kind of emphasizing it a bit more just to give it that definition. And yeah, you can kind of see the difference. So then what I go, hey, so what I do is I then go in with like a flat brush, like this small flat brush, and go in with my concealer, my day one concealer. I ride or die for this, not literally, but Born This Way concealer in the color Butterscotch. Oh, my NARS foundation is Manus. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but that's the shade that I use. It goes pretty well. So yeah, and then this Butterscotch, my Born This Way concealer, Butterscotch. Ah, my baby. They need to sponsor me because I'm a ride or die. So then now I'm just going under the brow to just kind of following basically the pattern that I already did, but sharpening it up. So really like going in and sharpening the brow like so. See how I've not gone into the ends just yet? The ends? The ends. See how I haven't filled in the front bit? So what I do is just like try and get as much off, concealer off my hands, and then I go in just so that it's not too harsh at the front, like so. And then the same on the other side, ensuring it's kind of like blended, and then just fix this up. So blend it in. So I use my Real Technique blending brushes to start blending in my eyes at the corner like so, just so that it's not too much of like a harsh line. Blend everything in like so. And what I do is I have like a brown mascara. I'm sure you can actually get like a brow mascaras. I'm going to use a brown mascara to define again like the front part. As you can probably tell, I love like a bushy brow. a bit of that, ensuring that like there's not too much on it because you don't want to ruin the brow. So I just like clear it up like this. Honestly, with makeup, you just have to find what works for you, and it's really like experimenting a lot of the time. So like just brush it up like this. Do you see that? Not too much because you don't want to ruin it or get too much. Honestly, like I used to use anything and everything when it came to doing my makeup. Like I'd use eyeshadow for blush, eyebrow pencil for lips. Like you gotta find what works. So yep. So then next what I go back in with the Born This Way concealer, and then I start to do my application. So what I do, I put it here in these corners basically, and then up here. It's a very powerful concealer, so you don't really need a lot. Depending on the occasion, you can really like layer it on if you want it to last a bit longer. You just have to layer. You'll kind of see like the build, and it does give it like a nice finish once you layer it, especially if you have a long day. You just have to go in. So then I really like, again, as I mentioned, dab. I also go into my eye, not in my eye, but you know what I mean, and then really blend that in. So then you can see I've just stayed in these areas here just to lift up my eyes a bit. I have really like droopy eyes, not that bad, but yeah. So to like really lift it up, dab in my nose area too. And then I also just use what's on the blender to like go under here where my mustache is. And then that's the first layer. But before I go in with the second layer, I go in with this bronzer. It's like a cream bronzer. It's MUA shade Espresso. So I use this to just conceal my nose, again with like a different kind of like flat brush. It's more thicker. This is from Morphe R42 Morphe. I don't even know if Morphe is still up and running. It's quite thick, but it's not. Like that. So then I go in with the bronzer, but go in with the bronzer, just dab a tiny bit. So then what I do is, if you can kind of see already, there is a natural like contour shape there. I follow that, so it's kind of like a swerve, if that makes sense. So kind of where my brow is, just actually after it. So just after my brow, I follow this line and go curve and then straight down, curve and then straight down, like so. It doesn't matter if it's not like straight from the get-go. You can go back and fix that. Do you see that? After it looks like this, so as much as possible trying to get something that looks like this. So from just the end of the brow, following it down to like this part of the nose. So then with that part of the nose, what I do is I get more of that bronzer and I make a line here. It looks heavy right now, but you'll see how we clear it up. So like this, basically. Also like a triangle, like an upside down triangle. So you can see a line and then like this. Just above, if you even do this, you can see where your nose like bends. So then there I add like a line also. So are we ready for the next layer? The next layer of our concealer. So again, I go in with a bit of this just here at the corners. Again, my Real Technique brush and blend. So we're trying to like snatch it up. So you can see like again from up here to down, up, down, you're blending like so. And then you bring it all the way down to like the bottom of your nose. So up here, all the way down, blending, blending, blending. Like so, dapping, wow. English is not my first language, I beg. Yeah. Same here. Dap, dap, dap. Going again where the eyelid is, I bring it up all that way so it's kind of naturally blending. And you want to do like a straight motion like this. So where we put the bronzer, you want to go over it so it's not too like, you're trying to hide the bronzer basically. So you're gonna dab, dab, dab it, but not hide it to the point you can't see it, but hide it to the point that it doesn't look too harsh. So like so. Keep dab, dab, dabbing. Do you see? Like it's still there, but it's not as harsh as when you put the bronzer. So these bits, you want it to be really straight here, and it curves again. So the concealer curves all the way to the eyelids, and then you want this to be straight. And then for the bottom, I do this. So again, using the access. Ew. Using the excess, the remaining, using the remaining concealer that's already on the sponge, you can just go under and add it there also, just to blend that harsh triangle that you made before. The next step, normally, depending on the occasion again, I would rather just start to add my setting powder, but because it's a long day, I want the makeup to last long, I then go in with another concealer. Please don't judge me. So I go in with another concealer. This is my NARS concealer in the shade Mid Deep 1.5. Yeah, so this is a bit lighter than my Born This Way concealer. So then just to brighten up the eye, I go in with a bit of this, on the corner. Honestly, again, you don't need that much. And if you really want to brighten up the under eye, you can go in with another concealer. Honestly, this is just depending on you, but if you really want to brighten up your eyes, you can go in with another concealer. To be honest, if you have a even lighter shade, you can just like put this one and then stop there, but because I really want that bright under eye, I'll go in with an even lighter concealer. So this is the Morphe Peak of Sand, so it's very light, so you honestly don't need that much. You just like add a dot Okay, maybe 2 dots, like so, here. And then you go in with like another blending brush and then really just blend that in. My hands look so dry. This is embarrassing. But yeah, you really like blend that in. See how it's like brightening the eye. I'm sure this is what our MUAs are doing, because I be seeing these MUAs and they're really just beating their faces up in all the right ways, and I'm just like, wow. But yeah, so then you can see I keep it just like around this area. You don't have to bring it all the way down here, just like this area here, like so, so that it's just mostly that under eye that's, yes, going a bit brighter. Now to the fun part. So I go in with my Huda Beauty Blondie setting powder, Chef's Kiss. Honestly, Chef's Kiss. If you're to invest in anything out of this video, I'll say, okay, there's a lot, but I'll definitely say the setting spray, the airbrush setting spray from Charlotte Tilbury. I hope I said that right. This setting powder, what would be the last thing, and 100% my Born This Way concealer. I think the rest you can kind of just use any like drugstore foundation, but I feel like these are staples to just, you know, just okay. What I do is I get a bit of this powder. Again, this is the Huda Beauty Blondie. Really dab in my brush. So this is again my Real Technique brush. This is what it looks like. And then dab, dab, dab. And then now you just want to go in where you put that concealer. So everywhere you put the concealer, you really want to go in and really ensure that it's set. So in all these areas, under here, even where you put that bronzer, just so that again it can really blend in and not look harsh. I put some on my forehead. Notice how I didn't put concealer on my forehead. I don't really want a bright forehead, so I don't really put concealer. I leave the foundation, and then I go in with the setting powder to kind of blend it in all together. I also put a bit on my eyebrows, really marinating it all in together. And then here where my smile lines, to be honest I didn't put concealer here, but just to set that smile line area, all set, nice, subtle. Just look at it. Beautiful. What I do is I have this, again, Real Technique, like can't go wrong. Real Technique brush. It's more of a thicker brush. So then I go in with my bronzer. This is my NYX bronzer, fairly new. So this is the Buttermelt bronzer in the shade Butter Days. So it's such a beautiful, it's like a reddish, brownish, it's beautiful. I go in with my brush, dab, because it's very like strong, you honestly don't need to go in harshly. You can just dab in gently like so, and then as I mentioned, look at that. Look at that. You just need to dab, 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 dab. So I go in this area with my bronzer. So I don't really use like liquid bronzer on my cheeks. It's mostly like a powdered bronzer. So you want to go here and then bring it also in the eyelid area, like so. You don't want to do too much because it's a very good pigment, very good, which I love because it means it will last longer. So kind of like this, you see where I'm adding it. Put some here just to define them cheekbones. You can go in with, again, the Born This Way concealer. Honestly, you need a tiny bit. Say hi to my friend, and you add like a little line here, like so, and then here. You don't need to go all the way, like so, then like so. Like so. You see, like it's really defining your cheekbones. And then you really want to tap that in. So then you can really see it's all blended. And then just go back with a bit of the setting powder and just set that in. You can use the same brush. I have 2 brushes that I use. This is, again, Real Technique. Okay, so it's looking like the base is there. It's looking like the base is there. If you want to be extra, I have this Maybelline Fit Me powder. If you really want to brighten that eye again, it's a bit of a lighter color. I go in with that. Yes, it's broken. Yeah, this is in the shade Natural Beige 220. So I just go in it with that and then go over that place where I added the lighter concealer, like so, and then just like ensure it's all blended. All these places. Perfect. Oh, beautiful. So then the next step is for the next step, I go in with the setting spray again, just to set everything in again. And I use the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray and spray. So good. Honestly, I don't want to. Oh, it really does prime. It melts. It blends everything together. Like, okay, so you can see the base is done. This is my base. Do I do anything else? Highlighter. So basically where I put my bronzer, in the inner bits here and here, I add some highlighter. So I'm literally using my brow pencil, the end of my brow pencil, and I do like a line motion, like so. The quality of this is not the best, but I'm gonna invest in a camera soon. Wait on me. So like so. So just up here and here, basically. Okay, so once that is done, I go in to do my lashes, and I've been really into like brown eyelashes. I just love the look. Like, it's not black but brown. I got these from Amazon. Use these brown eyelashes from Amazon. If anyone wants them, I can link them. So yeah, I go in with the mascara. This is MUA. It was like £3 for this, and then just go in definitely bottom mascara girly, so I put it on my bottom lashes, even though they're very much non-existent. Just adding a bit. Ooh, I hate this process because I always mess it up. I'm gonna put my lashes on separately because I don't even, yeah. Ooh. Okay, so now for the lips. I'm just gonna dab some powder on my lip. Then I'm gonna go in with this brown, literally this is from the hair shop. It's like a dark brown. It's from the hair shop. I can't really put a name to it, but one of my go-to is Trendsetter from Morphe. It is too good. I just have run out, so this is my alternative, and I'm just gonna like line my lips like so, kind of like a little, same on this side. And bring it in a bit on the corners. Okay, like so. And then I go in with this NYX lip, what is it, a lip butter, lip cream, and I just fill in the middle of it. This is in the shade Stockholm. I just put it a bit in the middle. I'm gonna start blending like this. Really want it to blend it in. I then go in with this, what is this? Vinyl lip gloss. It's kind of a lip gloss. And make sure you shake this. I don't know why, but yeah. And then you add this. Here. What shade is this? This is in 95 Captivated. You want to go in with a lip gloss to just go over the brown bit that you did. I get in here like so. I'm really blending it in, and then the other side, and see how it's making a brown pop a bit. And then at the bottom, ta-da! Okay, so guys, this is the finishing look. This is the updated look. Should we do a hair reveal? I think we should. Should we do a hair reveal? Yeah. Are you ready? Boom. Okay, that didn't give what I wanted it to give, but wait a minute. Oh, there we go. So voluptuous. I don't know why I'm testing myself with this English. Yo, English, you will not fight me. Oh, look at this hair, guys. If you want to know where it's from, go and head to my TikTok where I'll do a review on this hair. Oh, look at the face. This hair is gorgeous. Let me bring you in on a little secret. It is synthetic. But how will they know? How will they know? This is the finishing look.
There's a time and a place for all this. This is not the place for all this. Is there a reason why you're saying all this? And can we talk about it later?
Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope, yes, the video was helpful. And yeah, look at the, oh baby, what do you think? Yeah. Yes, I mentioned a lot of the products. If there's anything that I missed, let me know and I will let you know the details. But yes, okay, bye.